Yes, that's right. I'm gonna play Phoenix Wright. One of my favorite game series of all time. This is my quote-unquote Undertale replacement, since I'm almost done with Undertale, even though I haven't touched Undertale in a bit. But Shilova-kun's not had a good day. I was supposed to be at a Halloween party, like right now. And as you can plainly see, I am not at a Halloween party. I am home. So as I was home and I was perusing the PlayStation Network in a salty, I don't want to say vigor, salty state, I saw that the Phoenix Wright Trilogy, was on sale. And I was like, if there's anything that can get me out of a salty funk, it is playing one of my favorite games of all time. It has been a long time since I played the Phoenix Wright Trilogy. But I'm gonna do it. And if anyone cares, maybe I'll let you viewers pick the choices and stuff as they come up. Since for the most part, at least, I think I should know the story and all that. I'm gonna get started here in a moment. This is cool because I've only played it on the DS, the original one. I played like all of them. I played the Phoenix Wright Trilogy, and I have played Apollo Justice. I have played Ace Investigations Miles Edgeworth. I have played the latest Phoenix Wright. I played them all. Like, a Phoenix Wright games comes out, and you best believe I buy that shit day one. I'm a huge goddamn fan. Huge fan. And I was a huge fan. I was super excited when he got into Marvel's Capcom 3. That was like one of the best days of my life. Gotta flex them voice muscles. I don't know if this was the best time to be doing this, but you know what? Whatever. It's what I want to do, damn it. To get out of this salty funk. So for people who don't know, Phoenix Wright is a murder mystery series, and there's different cases as you, Phoenix Wright, an attorney, have to solve the mysteries and try to prove your client's innocence. So... Oh. I'm excited to see how it's remastered on the PS4. HD, widescreen. It's going to be super different from the DS version. I don't know if this is loud enough. It sounds pretty good to me, so I guess I'll wait. If anyone says I could turn it up, let's start though! Ooh, and the second game and the third game. Alright, well, we're gonna start with the first game, OBS. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Yes! Trophy earned, first steps. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Oh, you dig. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right! Oh, it's my boss. Hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything is all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death is there! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? No, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Hang on. Hang on. The text box is so thick. I'm not used to it being so thick. I wonder how it would look with that. With some transparency, maybe it'll look good. Oh. Does this game have save state like the DS one? I wonder. Anyways, the guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Ha! Ha! Same. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 2.
Smack! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butch. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Tutorials. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. Mom's spaghetti.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
It's Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Whew, I knew this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. Oh no. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it anytime, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm picking you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Let's take a look. Okay, we got Cindy autopsy report. She's Cindy Stone, the victim in this case. A model. She lived in an apartment by herself. We got Winston Payne. This game's full of funny names. Prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his point across. Larry Butts, the defendant in this case, a likable guy who's been my friend since grade school, and Mia Fay, chief attorney at Fay & Company, my boss, and a very good defense attorney. She's the best. She's bae. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
cause of this, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. She got hit. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then, first a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck by a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently.
Smack! Whoops, delayed smack.
Dare it be.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony! Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls, or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder.
Well, indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. She was a hoe. Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens? Stop him from answering. Since Mia said it, I'll stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oh, dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That she-dog, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Schmack. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went.
Schmack. Order. Where, Mr. Butch?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
It's gonna be hard juggling all of these voices.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Schmack, schmack! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Saw It to the stand. Mr. Saw It, you saw newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct?
Oh yes. Newspapers. Yes.
Mr. Shaw, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment, and then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1:00 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Oh, aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawyer used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the murder.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor. All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R1 button and point to the contradictions in testimony. Hopefully I can do this right on console. Sure.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment.
Oh, okay. L1 is press, R1 is present. We can press for additional information, and sometimes we get clues, sometimes we get items by pressing. So yeah, usually I typically just press everything because you get more details either way. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd that you would take notice of him. Oh, but I don't know. He just seemed strange to me. That's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time, just like a criminal fleeing the scene of crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture.
Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next?
I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Oh wait, go back. Press. Half open, you say? Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd. In a big city like this, I thought.
I see, and what happened next?
Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, that door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing.
Sure, words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside.
Why did pain cut him off so quickly?
So you looked into the apartment. What happened next?
Then I saw her lying there. A woman. Not moving. Dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
Yes. I mean, no, nothing.
Okay, what happened next?
I thought to call the police immediately.
You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them?
Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next?
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working?
Yes. I mean, no, it wasn't. Right.
But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you?
Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
Why use a public phone?
Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer to the nearby apartment.
Ah, right. What time did you call again?
I remember the time exactly. It was 1 o'clock p.m.
1 o'clock p.m.? Are you certain?
Yes, absolutely.
It seems really confident. 1 o'clock p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Let's see. Oh shit. Ow shit. She died between 4 and 5 p.m. She died between 4 and 5 p.m. So if she died at 1, she would have still been alive. Put your face on this paper so I can rub it around. You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. Or how do you explain this 3-hour gap? Ha! Got him! Oh, that...
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Shawn, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Why not contradictions? Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait! I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again?
The time of discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. But it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. I'm gonna rub some more evidence right in his face. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time.
You said heard, not saw.
Yes, I heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch.
Let's see what this looks like. Okay, yeah, I like that better. So you can actually see more of what the people are doing. I like that.
I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch.
Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying that you heard something, but if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all.
The witness didn't say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest that he wouldn't hear anything.
I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony.
There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio.
Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television.
Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television.
The witness has testified. He heard the time.
Let's not waste our time here. Because you say you heard it from the television, but there was a blackout at the time. Bam! Got him. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. I will.
Defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Short?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Short, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Short. Let's hear your testimony one more time, please.
Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. It wasn't there. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess I'll explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yeah, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered the table clock.
A table clock?
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? A table clock. Was there a clock at the scene?
Oh, this is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Something's fucky here. Oh, what could it be fucky? Statue in the shape of the thinker is rather heavy. Let's see. Well, we don't know what the murder weapon was. All we know is she died by getting hit by something. And all we know that this thing is a statue. We don't know nothing about the murder weapon. I'm not sure what I'm... Like, I know what I want to say. I'm just not sure where to present it. Let's press the last statement, see what happens. Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? I guess it just slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened myself.
The witness says he saw the table clock. End of story.
Now, find the contradiction. Thanks, Mia. It has to be this one.
Objection!
No, it's not that one. was the statue. Okay. Wait just a fucking moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was the statue! Now, how was it supposed to be a clock? Oh, hear that song. You ain't your objection in your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sod. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock!
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. Well, so the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Oh, well, I'm not gonna say no. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known that the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder! Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her! You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice! That was the sound you heard! Shrek! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawyer, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind, and that's why you were so certain about the time.
Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face! Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never looked at the clock. I heard no, I saw... Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn! Give him death! Smack! Order in that court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright? Your Honor? You claim that the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... I'm not sure if... Try sounding the clock, I guess. Let's sound the clock now, here in the court. Whenever the penalty bar goes away, that means we've done good. We've done the good things. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. Wow, that certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? Hey, King Pope, what's going on?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one. This is pretty different, King Pope. I had a long explanation at the beginning of this stream. I was like, okay, so I was supposed to go to a Halloween party today, and it got ruined because it started snowing here, so it didn't happen, and I was super salty and everything, and I was looking through the PlayStation store, and I saw that the Phoenix Wright Trilogy was on sale, and this is like one of my favorite game series of all time, and I wanted something else to replace Undertale. I wanted something that was more lighthearted than my other Gloom and Doom kind of games, so yeah, there's that. And plus, I've been told by other people they wanted to hear more accents and stuff. I'm like, well, this series is going to let me do a whole bunch of different range of terrible accents. So they just hit all those checkboxes. So, yep, doing Murder Mystery because it's making me feel better because I'm so salty because I wanted to go to a Halloween party and the snow said no. And that's my story. You forgot one thing. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? You can't prove that. You don't have a case. Oh, fuck. He right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it. I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems like you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, this means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Shelley.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime! Oh, I almost had him! Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Mia! I mean, Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean that you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow. And think it through it. Think it through. Think through it. Think all of it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason. Then you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? I think we can. I think we can using this clue with the passport. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Well, let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
It's the only thing you really can pick, so...
Take that!
Throw this passport at him! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 o'clock p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Got him.
Die. Smack, smack, smack. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor, especially for a tutorial level.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
not guilty. Hooray! Confetti and shit. We've done the good deed.
Smack! Now, with that, this court is adjourned. Now get the fuck out of my courtroom.
It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Slide grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen the trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. Wait, I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Sandy Wind is gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlights now. Harry Butts, innocent. Oh, well, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Hey, here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I'm so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. She was a hoe. She was a hoe, Nick. That would make you want to cry. Larry, are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? How about the fact that yo ho kept the clock? Throw this at him. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some junk to her. Huh? What about the clock? This is the clock that you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong, live life love. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying some part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end of chapter 1. Hooray! Oh boy, trophy earned. The first turnabout. Brand new episode has been added. Episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. Heck yeah, I do. Save that shit. Let me take a quick drink here. Okay. That cellular telephone be ringing. I guess I can read this. Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way. Yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I think that last sentence was supposed to be said by Mia. I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Go, goddamn. Like, whose phone do that when you hang up? Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Yeah, when this game first came out, it came out on the Game Boy Advance. And, oh my god. Excuse me. And it, when it first came out on Game Boy Advance in Japan, it was like in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s or something like that. So cell phones are like super old school in this game because of that. Anyways, the Fainco law offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not coniferous of my background. Cogniferous? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho ho ho! My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry, but I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. No, Mia. No. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye & Co. law offices. I'm late. Huh. That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia? Maybe she's in her office. Move! That smell. Blood. Sis? Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? Fuck. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief, where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Oh boy, examine time. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there's any clues here, she was struck in the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. A murder weapon looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock made by Larry Butts. There were some glass shards in the chief's body. 2 pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper? Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? The words written in blood in the scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing here. It's encrusted with dry blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. I like that. It gives me a little check mark if I've looked at it already. That's cool. The DS one didn't do that. Some shards of glass were scattered on the floor. Seems to be the remains of a glass light stand. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please! Come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Oh no! Oh no no no! Oh no no no! She's staring right at me! She's holding a phone in her hand! No! It's a big misunderstanding! There was a large building across from the office, the Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. I'm not sure. Phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Think, a ledger book. Everything's written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. What? Huh? Oh, don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name? Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought to be used for evidence like this outside the courtroom. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And Sis. So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Everything moves so smooth and quickly, though, on the PS4 version. Has to be expected. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would you write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! I love Gumshoe. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? Odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have... No. Whoa! Excuse me! This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Oh no. Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out till the next morning. My eyes were heavy. Palms were sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. And I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Wow, they had poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh! Oh my god, I can't stop yawning. It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning! She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Oh boy. I'm gonna say, of course I will. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought that. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister over the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Ow! Ooh! Ow! Ooh! Big oof! That's what she said. I'm sorry! I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think about the person who did this to Mia... I know. Let's talk about you. There's something that I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it that you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Let's talk about the day of the crime. Could you tell me more about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for the upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker. The one that Larry made. How could that have been evidence in the case? Right. She said something about that. Oh, I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. It's weird. Your cell phone. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh. I just remembered that the detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure. Thanks. Maya's a conversation I had with my sister recorded on my cell phone. Gonna ask about the day of the crime again? Let's ask some spirit mediums real quick. So you're an acolyte, or medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait, what? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that'd be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I were ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go and ask him to represent me? Okay. Sure. Why not? I'll go ask him. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? He told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right. I'll be back. But let me ask you about the day of the crime real quick. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know this must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. This is all the same stuff. Why is it the same stuff? Why didn't I have a check mark then? Was there something else I was supposed to talk to her about? The lights were off and I could smell blood. Okay, that's different. Then I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I needed to hear for now. Don't worry. I fix. Let's go to the Grossberg law offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Well, it must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Let me look around at stuff, though. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. If I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I could tell someone here's got money to burn. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. Oil paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished with deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves, filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. Guess we'll leave. Office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing.
Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you?
No, Phoenix Wright. How can anyone mistake me for Larry?
I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Suede Shoes Gumtree Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe?
Right, at your service. Well, hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick.
Hey, Dick, get over here.
Oh, yes, sir. I'll be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick.
Whew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Score. Dun, 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 dun. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy?
You want to know the results, huh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean that you get any special treatment. All right. You could see the report, but that's all.
Single point for Travis. Instantaneous. About Maya?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial that you ain't gonna win.
Why'd he say that?
Well, the city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution.
Yay, Edgeworth's the best guy. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all.
Prosecutor Edgeworth?
That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you?
Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make him sound barely human. Still, I'm afraid it's pretty much decides the case.
So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Let's give him that note. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone?
Oh, that? I have that.
Do you think you could give it back?
Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight. Oh, if I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me.
Something the matter?
Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective.
Nope, I know nothing, pal.
That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets.
Huh? You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked out all the numbers in memory.
Impressive. You're quite the detective.
Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records on there after all.
Seems like he didn't notice a recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You all done, pal?
Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose that you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influence or witness with your lawyerly ways, pal.
Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then?
Haha, you're trying your lawyerly tricks on me. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
Oh, so she's still at the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to visit Miss May. To the Gatewater Hotel. Like Watergate. Yeah.
Well, hello there. Hello.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
I'm myself. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Look.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Oh, bad boy. Oh, you really shouldn't be prying around other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset. I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside that drawer. What you witnessed. So you think you can tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Ooh, observe incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. Well, you know that thing that occurred, happened on the other day, the bad thing. What did you, see when it happened? I don't suppose you can tell me about it, pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh, boy. Let's ask about Miss May. Could you just, who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey. Whoa, hey, no, I'm just doing my job here.
You know, you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is that you do?
Well, no. No, you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh, boy. How about this room? I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
Oh, no, not me. I'm just lawyer. I'm just lawyer guy.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like your noisy little lawyers.
Boy. Well, I don't think I can do anything else here. I guess we're just gonna get the fuck out of here. So, bye. So stop by here again? Well, it seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
Oh, so you're the one that say has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
That badge in your collar. Oh, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes. Well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you?
Is something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey.
Oh, yes, Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
Ta-ta! I'm really quite busy here, son. Oh, I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How do you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Oh boy. Your refusal. How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case.
Right, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. Oh,
The client is Mia Faye's sister.
no.
Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course I knew that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? You say something?
I think not, I said.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
What? Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've got nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? No, I talked to you about that. How did you know Mia Faye?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with her burning passion. She never looked back, that one.
About that painting. That's quite a painting.
You noticed. Oh, it's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale. I'm not
buying. Jeez. Oh boy, I have. Got to go talk to my. Okay. Anytime I go somewhere and it shows the date here like that, that means I done good and it's gonna continue. So it's a good thing to look out for. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? What did I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Ugh. I see. I've been abandoned then. Whoa! No! Oh no! No, I'm not gonna abandon you. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? Won't know till maybe the third game. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her all by herself up on the mountain. Mother's enemy. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? No! No! I'm not gonna do that! I'm playing a lawyer game, and I'm here to be a lawyer, so I'm going to a lawyer right now! I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Oh, Maya, she's so cute. She's best girl. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Oh, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what is there's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's blouse? No, drawer. It was when I tried to look into that drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. I totally didn't even check the conversations. It's that conversation we saw at the beginning of the chapter. Let's see, can I present this to Maya? Oops. Let's try it. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice?
Oh, Maya.
Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come to deliver a room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no. Hey, whoa! Oh no, why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? He think I'm boning. Wait, oh wait, now's my chance to burn a bit. I almost forgot. Ah! Oh Jesus, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her. Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp, where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Anyways, let's all look at this. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. That's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? At the Gatewater Hotel? That's weird. Why, what would that woman like her be doing with something like this? Wiretap, added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There is a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake, I'll get to this woman's bottom. Whoa, wait, no, you know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy, you still there?
Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May, in court. To be continued. I like how it saves and they ask me if I want to save. So I'm going to save and save while I save. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Smack! Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today or he will be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. Alright, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer to the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of the homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map as the office explained. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to be struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as your evidence. They're still calling it a statue. You guys not learn nothing? Now, detective. Hey, yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence. She did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony. Maya Fay's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. Wow, at the very moment, you say. Wow, very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. What? Maya just threw something at me. Whoosh and smack. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness' testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness would always slip up and say something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright then, let's give this a bluff. Is something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, here we go. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found at the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, your 2 stand out like...
not suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She's pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. You miss out on this awesome flavor text? I think not.
I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey.
Why is that? What's your reason?
Why? We had a witness account describing her.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence that she did it, correct?
Huh? Oh, did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Well, Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was on the victim, was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Schmackaroni and cheese. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Well, before we begin the cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor? Why did you testify about the final information in the first place?
I know, I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor.
Try to be more careful.
Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Oh boy.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes.
And did you find any evidence?
Now, don't just jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body.
Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it.
Oh, then who did write it, smarty pants?
I did. The killer. Anyone can see that.
Oh, you're saying that the killer wrote her own name?
Buddy, please. She was framed.
Objection!
Hold on. If that's the case, then where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, pal.
Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that?
Of course I do, pal.
Oh, he sounded pretty confident. Oh, this might not be good.
Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's.
What kind of tests were these again?
Huh? What kind? Here to take the little bit's blood and the hemoglobin to hemoglobin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests.
Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony.
Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah?
Look forward to your next evaluation, as should you.
Oh.
That was a mess.
Yes. Right. Where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger.
Hold it!
Is this the thing I just pressed on? On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? It's not. The right hand! Okay, she was right-handed. Nice try. Oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Whoops, I totally pressed the wrong button. Go to that last one. Okay, before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and in movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Big oof. Let's talk about the reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, well, actually, you got it.
Objection!
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Right. Order! Order!
Oh, that didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction there somewhere. Let's find out. I can see it, kids. Can you see it, kids? Can you figure it out? Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name, but death was instantaneous. If she didn't die right away, she could have written the name, but she died right away, so she couldn't have written the name. So I'm gonna throw this at the court. Detective Gumshoe, there is one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That really what you're saying? Oh, what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective.
Macaroni and cheese! Order! Order! The defense had a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write it.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder? It was the day after the murder?
The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
Or she.
Damn you, Edgeworth! I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say?
I am.
You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I will submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
I, from a blow by a blunt object, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests that the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Damn, this ain't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Smack! Order that witness, Miss April May, to take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service, wink and boing boing.
The big boy
Smack! Oh my gosh, smack! Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from one-ton winking and jiggling.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fayeco law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Oh boy.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bit to it. Say boing, boing.
Well, Your Honor.
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any...
Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness testimony now was quite firm. Firm. Wait, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Faye's and Miss Mia's Faye's understudy. Were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yeah! I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Alright, Miss Jiggle Tits, let's do this.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out my window, you know.
Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, you know. I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's go for it! Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! Oh, the poor girl!
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The woman with long hair, that was Mia Faye.
Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person seen the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question that testimony. Hold on a minute here. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Smack! Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay. If you really had witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique.
Got him.
No one wears clothes like that on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions that neither of these things. The testimony is bogus!
But...
Oh, sure. We don't know if she was dressed like that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think about all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Jiggle.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right, and then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and then she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, did the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin your cross-examination.
I did see everything. I did.
So you saw me then, too?
Of course. I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky?
The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Oh, say bad girl. I'm sorry.
Very well, continue.
The victim, the woman, she dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
Is that right, as in your right, as you looked in the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right. It was in my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright, please continue.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up in a bun.
What happened then?
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did.
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What kind of weapon was it?
That clock. That kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think.
Clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm on to something now. She couldn't have known it was a fucking clock, because we only found out it was a clock in the last trial.
Objection!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
You
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder.
Smack! Order! Order!
Miss May, can you explain how you knew this was a clock?
Oh,
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You will withdraw your trivial concerns, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. One time. Well, there you go. Well, only once.
Smack. Objection is sustained. You may continue to question witness.
Whew. Oh, that was close. Oh, if you stop me there, trial will be over.
huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is that you answer my question. How'd you know it was a clock?
What? What? That's because I heard it. Yeah, I heard it. I heard it 6 times.
So you've been to the law office of Fanco.
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law office of Fanco, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... That's right, the clock's guts were taken out, huh? It couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork.
Smack! Oh, how could you possibly...
Just take a look right now.
Whoa!
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Smack! Mr. Wright, could you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness, this hole, this thought, that hole over there is a big, fat hole over there.
Fat?
Hole? Well, Miss May. Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask when the clock was moved. If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
Oh, that's true. That's a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... I'm assuming it's this conversation. It can't be anything else. It can't be anything else. Take a look at this. Yeah, that music means I done good.
Oh, that's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone.
Well, wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Smack! Order!
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you. Oh, I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time it was reported. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, is it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
Jiggle.
So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections?
Is Wright? Yes. The witness claims that she has seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Oh, well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before.
We know because Larry made the damn thing. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything's sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Oh no, the heart went upside down and she started sagging.
What is it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Smackaroni and cheese! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
That's only me. Did I lose it? I guess I did. Jiggle.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock before because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard about that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
What? Oh, this is interesting. Well, let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard about the murder weapon was a clock.
Well, duh! The wiretap in her hotel room! Have a look at this! I found this in Miss May's room.
Holy smacking fuck! Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what that is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that were the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim had said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Is the actual conversation. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Oh yeah, we should have.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like a thinker. It tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. I'm right. I'm Phoenix Wright.
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she look seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Do you tap your phone? Miss Mac! Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
It's not fair. You ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping or irrelevant?
Oh my god, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
Smack! While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove that you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped your phone?
Ha! I like to see her pull that one off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that up, aren't you?
Oh, damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought of that. Oh, of course I can, and I will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night? Oh, why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee. You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Ice coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not at the scene at the time of the murder.
Smack! So, where does this leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit the murder. No, they're gonna let her walk away. No. There's no way I can win this unless a tie is made to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Okay, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
I think you sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What?
I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Well, I can't give up. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well,
everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. he brought a tray with snacks and tea to the courtroom. This guy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
Oh, that t-shirt looks rather heavy. So without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy of the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
Oh, I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right. I'm ready. I hope. Oh, this is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Let's do this. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. What exactly is it that you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds, I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim?
Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking the frivolous questions.
I believe I received a call at 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir.
Yes, well, what then?
She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9 o'clock then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on the door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, the guest, she favored me with an embarrasser, sir.
Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. But why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there.
Is that it? Tisk, finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
Oh, well, it was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't just let this happen, can I? No! Wait, please wait.
Yes? Does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on for long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, now. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, and that's all.
Barbaro! And why are you finishing something? Was it a story or something? It out of context. It just sounds dirty. But don't apologize. I'm glad you're here. It's been lonely. It's been super lonely. It sounds dirty, but that's okay. You should know. You did know.
I'll give you one more question, that's all.
Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? The room service. Tell me again about the room service. Again, sir. At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. You're finishing up a show on Netflix? You don't want to seem like a nerd? Oh, come on. This is like you're safe here. You're safe. You know I'm like the biggest nerd ever. What show was it? Haha, I put you in the spot now. Now you gotta tell me. Never be embarrassed for being a nerd. I am one of the biggest nerds that there is. Shit, I'm sitting here playing this visual novel game and reading all these characters in my voice here all by myself in my room. So if you want to talk about being a nerd, come to the right place. But yeah, I was, I said it at the beginning of the stream, but I was supposed to go to a Halloween party tonight. It didn't happen because fucking snow. It ruined my whole night. I was super salty. I was really angry. I was perusing the PlayStation Network and I happened to notice that the Wright Trilogy was on sale, and this is one of my favorite series of all time, and I want it to be on my channel, and I thought that maybe people would like it too because they can audience interaction maybe, and they can solve the crimes and stuff, and I haven't played it in a couple of years, so I wanted to play it again because it would make me feel better, make me feel less salty, because I was really salty because I wanted my Halloween party and it didn't happen. And yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Chinese Show Ashes of Love, probably the best show I've seen in this. Perfect writing. Ooh, I have not heard of it at all, but that's awesome. It's awesome. I seem to find that foreign dramas seem to be a lot better than American ones, in my opinion. Okay, at exactly 9 o'clock, I've delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. Oh, and plus, you might enjoy this. I don't know if you ever heard Phoenix Wright. You might like it. The story is amazing. It's a murder mystery, solving crimes, and you get to hear me talk in a whole bunch of different accents, like we were talking about the other day. It just hits all those check boxes, so you can hear all my range of horrible, terrible accents. And that's awesome. Redemption arc you need after 60 episodes. Kind of like when Boy stopped being a little shit after being a dick and he apologized to Sindri, because that was the redemption arc I needed for him. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. What? $80? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know. And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. Wait, what did he say? Whoa, wait, what did you say? We're rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth. Now, was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. You should have seen the accent when I was reading The Girl earlier. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh! You fool! I've done it! I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them the room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. That bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous.
Enough! Oh, my. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's all for today's trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Get the fuck out of my courtroom.
September 7th, 2:24 p.m. Defendant lobby, number 1.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Not this girl's, not the girl I was talking about. Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. the other girl was a super flirty, jiggly hoe of a valley girl. So, I think we might get to see her again. I'm not sure. If not, you can watch my awesome playthrough of it. No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead on today's trial. So,
A lead?
that man with Miss May, he's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Okay, I guess I am going to see her soon. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of Miss April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Looks like I have to go see her again. So you may not have... Playing this game again has slowly started lifting the salt from my soul. And I should have been at a sweet Halloween party. No. And plus, I wasn't sure like if anyone would be watching tonight or anything like that, so I was like, I don't know what to play. And then I saw this.
Well, hello.
I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not you stinking lawyer, I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard.
So, what is it you wish to ask of me then,
For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? I know, like I didn't expect I didn't expect to have to talk to her so soon. I'm like, well, I don't know what else, how else to talk to talk to her as. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose.
I had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
Oh, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school? Creep.
Oh, this woman's impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? Who hurt you, bitch? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Oh, that does it, bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer.
Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? I have a thing I can present to her. She sure does. I think every guy in the courtroom would have disagreed with you, though. Yeah, because it's hard because Mia's supposed to be that really serious mentor type, and you don't read her for very long, so I wasn't sure how to read her, so I just read her like normal. But yeah, and plus I'm gonna have like 1,000 accents to use throughout this series, so you wanted to hear all my terrible accents. You gonna get your wish. I guess I could present the testimony to her.
Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So, get lost, because I'm not cooperating.
Thanks, I noticed. I think we have to come back maybe later. Yeah, she's gonna... Oh, she's gonna... How could you want more singing? How could you possibly want more of that? Why would you want to subject your ears to that? I don't know. Well, if we have time, then maybe I can switch to something else. I don't know, like when you'd have to go to bed or anything like that. My singing is not bomb. It's like bomb as in bad. Okay, good. At least we agree on that. Isn't that category with epic fails that the fails are so epic that they're good? Like, as in how you became a fan because I nuked Detroit. Looks like Francis is taking the day off. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there's any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. I don't think there's anything here. No. Let's go to Gatewater. No, that's okay. That's okay, because if not, I don't, like, I can just keep going on this if you weren't planning on staying too long, I guess. Welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I do say so myself. Oh, thanks. I'm sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewaters rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as a hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa, Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Cool, cool. Yeah, I should be on tomorrow. Tomorrow, if tomorrow works, we can play God of War. Bow show. This Phoenix Wright was my unplanned super salty game stream, but I'm gonna start playing this. It's kind of like to replace Undertale because I'm gonna finish that soon this week. Kind of like as my one visual novel reading kind of game, I guess, so people can see my awesome range of voice acting, awesome terrible accents, terrible range of awfulness. But hey, if that awfulness brings the fans, which so far it seems to have, then that's okay. I'm gonna ask him about Miss May. About Miss May. Oh, her, sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She do it, I say. Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Oh, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. Too soon. I knew him from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carried the scent of danger. There we are, in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'd be quite sure I could identify him. A photo? I don't have a photo yet. Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely! On that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel. Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. We'll never float your tea set. I don't know if I can. Is it gonna let me? Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer. Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the drawer of terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy is serious. I don't believe it. Okay. Let's go to Grossberg's office, then. If he's speaking a lisp, stutter. Your Honor, that guy's lying, Your Honor. He would look like the suspicious one all the time. Huh? Looks like Grossberg is out again today. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. That painting's gone. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah. Yeah, it was a painting of... I think it was like a fisherman. Wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting, anyhow. And look at this! A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. I was looking at the photo, not the desk. What's this? All photos! There's 2 lines here. Something's been written on pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident, Exhibit A. DL6 Incident, Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo, and it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. Oh, I think, if I remember right, I can only take one of these at a time. Yeah, let me take the other one. Because this might be the man that Bellboy saw. Let's go to the Gatewater Hotel. True legend. He has a stutter? Really? And he works with it? That's actually pretty awesome. Dun dun dun. No, I mean, you're kind of close, but it's possibly Mia and Maya's mother. That Maya talked about that her mother disappeared years ago and she doesn't know where she is. So that could be Maya's mother. Take a look at this photo. Look at this photo. No, I'm not gonna do it. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that's him? An affidavit? No, this guy's way too excited about this, but, okay. Well, sure, why not? Yes, I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I'll be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Oh, you might like this. In this game, like almost everybody's name are puns. So yeah, everyone's got puns names. So yeah, April, May. We haven't seen too many of the pun name people, but they're coming. They're coming. This jackass here in particular has another pun name. So I think we can show this photo to Miss Bitch here.
You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone?
Hey, whoa! The only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me.
Oh, so it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart.
Okay, that does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Okay, you bitch, look at this. Have a look at this.
Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you... Where did you...
Aha, a reaction. This is him, isn't it?
What? Who? When? Why?
It is him. This is the man who stayed at your hotel room on the night of the murder.
No, that's not right.
Nice try, Miss Cooperative.
Do you have proof it was him? Yeah, proof? Show me proof.
I'm so close. The affidavit. Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Oh yeah. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna push her. Oh, I'm gonna push her so hard. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little blood. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press.
What?
Even though he should have been witness to the murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation.
Oh, fine. I'll talk. You win, lawyer.
Yes, man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fist in the air? No. Tell me about the man you were with.
That man, he's my boss. Wright, the president of the information gathering conglomerate
Blue Corp. There you go. Wright of Blue Corp. Red? White? No, I guess that's not really a pun. That's more of just a funny nomenclature because of the calendar days and stuff. I don't know, but I promise you, the puns be coming. Red, white, and blue be the start.
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder.
I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her.
What? Oh, it's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Ooh, Mr. Red White at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. I tossed it. I gave it the yeet. You're gonna... Oh, we can go. We can go there. September 7th. Blue Corp CEO's office. Oh, hey, that painting is here. What the... What's with the surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the... Your name? What is your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Right? Phoenix, right? Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous! Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I am Red White, CEO of Blue Corp, you know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid that I'm not used to conversing with the, wordily challenged. What a fruitcake! Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That is the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that?
No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself?
Yipes! This guy's arrogance meter's off the scale! Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not?
Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done.
What she has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed, she has paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this.
Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Night of the murder. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room?
Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr.
White, the hotel bellboy has stated in the record that he does remember you very clearly.
No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases, I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that.
Oh, he raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May.
The police? The courts? To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement.
Excuse me. About Blue Corp. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway?
Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say, we are the future.
Sell information?
In just 10 years, I built this business up into the grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not?
Question mark trophy in the background. I want to know what that award is. I think we'll get to examine his office here in a minute, and I can check it out and see. There's something that's been bothering me.
Yes, what might that be?
That big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before. I've actually seen that painting before.
Oh?
Yeah, just yesterday, actually.
Your point being?
My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall?
Mr. Wrong, was it?
Right.
It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you?
A lawyer?
No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch. Zippo. Nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger.
Wait, what? He punched me!
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, huh? Charge me with assault? Charge away. I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume.
Mr. Grossberg's, yes.
Then you must ask him, why is that painting of his hanging here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go on now, skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss.
I don't know if he's gonna let me. An impressive lineup of trophies. Judges Special Runner-Up, Best Participation, Judges Cooperation Award, Special Good Try Prize. The words judges and special kind of stand out. Probably strong-armed them into giving them something. I guess that doesn't really explain it, but there you go. This painting was, until yesterday, hanging in Mr. Grossberg's office. Why does Mr. White have it now? It's not hard to imagine a few possibilities. The Good Try Prize. It's like a participation trophy, maybe? Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing there. Maybe I should clear my throat.
Jump at your hose, Oh, you.
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. Okay, Grossberg, today's trial. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me last night, you see. I couldn't get awake or sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, that's just that Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
What about your refusal? I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
Right, Mr. Wright. No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So, I paid Blue Corp a visit.
Oh, yes, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... that painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was that giant painting hanging right here the other day, was there not? The one that you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office of Blue Corp's, Red White's office. Grossberg means big mountain in German? See, that's fucking cool. I never known that. I've never known that. I've been playing this game for years. See, every time you come up here, you teach me things. You're the best teacher that's actually a teacher that's teaching things. Ever. Yeah.
So you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. He's your lovers. He's blackmailing you. Mr. White has done something to you, hasn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest, so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about? The two S's are actually the S letter, which looks like a B in German alphabet. It looks like a B, but it has an S sound, which is why a lot of German names get English spellings with two S's. Oh. See, that's cool. I've always wondered why German words sometimes have those extra S's. I just thought it was a thing. But that's cool. I like that. See, I learned something tonight. You never disappoint.
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand the defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are found unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
Jeepers. That globe in the background is tiny one. Yeah, it is. Maybe it's 4546B from Subnautica. It would probably be blue then. What is the DLC 6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police give the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Misty Faye.
Faye?
Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the Deal 6 incident.
But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The Deal 6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now, because I thought the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold him out. Of course, White heard about it and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's
Office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Jeepers.
Yeah, it was pretty much, pretty much the same thing. It's funny looking at this room. It seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. We get to find out about the DL6 incident at the end of this game. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Now let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Probably A through I. Let's see if there's A recording this file catches my eye. A, B, F, Misty Faye, that's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Yes! I have tarnished the Faye's name, leaving only these words: my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. And now we can look at, let's see, J through S. Let's see, J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this. Skim. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here at the end of S. Suicide? Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. What? There's writing on most of these in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use his newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Got it. Mia's desk, perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is... Mia! Do I not have to look at the last things? I guess I don't have to look at the last ones. I know. White. The entire W section is missing? Was it taken? Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Oh, my feels. Okay, what do we got? We got... I don't know if... I can show it to Grossberg. I found this in Mia's files.
So she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court.
Not a bad idea. He don't own me. He don't know me. Is that it? Is that all you gotta tell? Let's go talk to Bitchface. Ah, apparently Miss May isn't questioning. I doubt they'd let me talk to her today. Okay, fine. Fine. What, did I show it to him? Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me! If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent? Can I actually ask him about stuff? I think we're past needing to talk about April May. I've got to put this guy on the spot, and quick. What's the matter? You seem distressed. There's no point asking someone this crooked and straight question. I need some evidence. Okay, I gotta show it to him first. There's my... something stuck on my face? Well, yes, there's my eyes, and my nose, and my mouth. But of course, I jest. You need not restrain your mirth, my friend. It is okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I will not think less of you. Okay. Alright. You want that? You want cosmopolitan? Fine. That medium was one of those ghost people? I guess the mediums are the ones that can summon the dead and talk to them. I'm not sure what the difference is. I mean, like, I always thought like psychic were the ones that can like predict futures and things like that, but as far as I know, mediums were always the ones that could talk to ghosts and interact with ghosts. But yeah, so I'm actually not sure why people will say psychics do that, because psychics aren't supposed to, are they? This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, you see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me, how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia! She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail. Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia was investigating. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away.
Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong. You're wrong, Mr. Wright. Mr. White. Okay, that's alright. Hopefully it's nicer to you and tomorrow we'll do some God of War. Yes. If all goes well, yes. I'm probably going to stop soonish anyways, but yes, so hopefully you have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Excuse me? What should I be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was on to you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it!
Secretary's office.
We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
White, that you? What are you doing calling at a time like this? Well, Chief Prosecutor, I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The MFA case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Right now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right now. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but he could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police. No! Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you! I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they will make even you look competent. I feel faint.
Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir.
Butts! Hairy Butts! Right, actually, Phoenix, right? And my friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right?
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey.
What?
Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. Oh, God, he's such a piece of shit. He is so trash. So trash. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's gonna set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be on top of it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Wright! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of the detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we switched places. What? You mean you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... cheer me on. Well, you could cheer for me in court. Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader? Huh? Yeah, like that. All right, leave it to me. Huh? I better go get some Go get a uniform. Oh my god. And some pom-poms. But wait. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. Hooray! And with this, I will end part 1 of the Phoenix Wright Trilogy stream here. And then next time we will go to trial and see if I can save my own ass. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys the next time. Buenas noches.